everyone, welcome to another episode of Women Empowerment Series today with me, Farisha, and I'm delighted to have a very special guest with me today, and it's Madiha. Assalamualaikum. Hi, Madiha.
How are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Good. How's COVID, MCO 2.0 extending, treating you?
Oh, yeah, I guess we just have to keep going. Despite of the extension of MCO, we have to be resilient, we have to be strong, and most important thing is we have to have a positive mindset, growth mindset. Always positive, even though that the extension of MCO have been announced by the minister, we have to remain calm, we have to stay strong, and most important thing is we have to stay safe and also comply with the regulation and the SOPs.
It's for our own benefit as well, right?
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for being in my show. Okay. So first question, can you introduce us more about yourself?
Okay, so I recently ventured into software development, developing an app focused purely on mental health. Prior to that, I ran restaurants, cafes, food trucks, interior design, graphic design, a lot of different things, following the trend of that moment. But of course, I partnered with individuals who had certain skill sets. And focusing on our topic, which is on women empowerment, I'd like to touch the fact that my partners were, in fact, male due to the inability for female entrepreneurs to have access to a lot of different things. So that's a little bit about myself in terms of education-wise. I grew up overseas, Saudi Arabia, London, Tokyo, Japan, and then France, then Germany. Did my IB in France, came back to Malaysia, went to UIT Amshalam, learned Malay there. And then I pursued my MBA and did my PhD in business. That's a bit about me.
Wow. Can you share us more a bit about your company, PlusVibe?
So PlusVibes is focused on two things, which is number one, a mobile app. The mobile app incorporates and integrates mental health associations, qualified listeners, and it has curated motivational content. The reason why we founded PlusVibe was because I went through my own struggles, my lowest point in my life. And that time I couldn't go out of the house. So I had physical limitation. The only way I could look for inspiration, motivation was through the internet. So we wanted something that was a mobile app, something that we all have access to, which is a phone. And it's easier for you to have one platform to get the motivation and advice and to talk to someone, which is very important. And people don't place enough importance on the fact of letting out your and sharing it with someone. So that's a little bit about PlusVibes.
Okay, and what is the most challenging moment in your career and how do you overcome it? How do you overcome those challenges in your career?
As a businesswoman, I mean, a woman running businesses, I'm often perceived as incompetent, which is what I mentioned earlier, and most tend to doubt my capability, which is why I really try to build my credibility and track record in terms of business, and most importantly, education level. I believe that education is something that we all need in order to make the right decisions, in order to network. So of course, there has to be a reason why I pursued my PhD, right? And why I try to find partners when doing business. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't run companies by myself. My 5 companies, they all have male partners. I know, is it fair? Of course not.
Yeah, it's a teamwork, right? Yeah.
But I realize and accept the fact that men have unfairly more opportunities and are seen as more reliable. So I just have to adapt to that. We have to leverage on their strengths, on our strengths. But the reason why I wanted to start a business and to focus on developing different types of business in different industries is so that I can break the stigma.
Yes.
Which is what I'm trying to do.
Breaking
I can open doors for other females to climb the ladder. I mean, majority of my employees are female anyway, so.
And the next question, what does woman empowerment means to you in your own words?
Women empowerment. When you approached me with this topic, right, I was like, that's a very cliche topic to some, especially for men. They'll be like, oh, it's habis women empowerment. It's been long discussed and debate, but the fact of the matter is that women still lack opportunities. So what does women empowerment mean? It's basically the process of giving women opportunities and motivating them to do better, to achieve greater heights, and to inspire other women. That is what I intend to do with PlusVibes, with any business that I venture into. I mean, I recently read an article, right, a Harvard Business Review, that women are actually seen more competent in leading compared to men. I mean, you can see how female prime ministers handle COVID cases. They have low COVID cases.
Yeah, New Zealand. Yeah.
Right. So the article basically shared that women outscored women in most leadership competencies, such as taking initiatives, inspiring and developing others, innovation, and most important, agility. Because in any situation when running a business,
agile mindset. Yeah.
Agile and making crucial decisions. So yeah, and you know what the only factor that men scored high in? It was technical and professional expertise. But you see, that factor is highly related to experience, and experience comes from opportunities, which women don't get. So yeah, that's about it.
Yes, and to me, women empowerment also means supporting other women as well. Women support women, supporting and empowering each other. So to me, if people ask me, what is women empowerment? Women empowerment means for us to get together with one another and also to support other ladies as well with their venture, with their business, with their hobby, with the things that they like to pursue. So for me, I look at women empowerment as women supporting women. No jealousy, no hate, because life is too short to hate and life is too short to be jealous of other people. So instead of tearing people down, why don't we hold hands, hold hands and support each other and motivate one another to achieve our goals. So that is how I look at life. Yes, because we only have one life. Life is too short. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. So for me, it's like be kind to everybody because everyone is fighting a battle. I like that quote because it means that be kind because we don't know what other people are going through in their daily life, in their daily struggle. So be kind because everybody in this world, everyone, me and you, everybody that is watching the show is going through something. We have our own challenges, no matter it's big or small. Life is not easy. Life comes with challenges. So we have to be kind with one another. Men and women, so we need to support each other, support one another because life is too short, life comes with challenges, and I always believe in that quote, be kind, be humble and support each other because everyone in this world is fighting a battle.
Do you also think that the challenges that we face also give us a purpose? Like everything that we go through, it serves a purpose in terms of for us to grow, for us to expand our knowledge or identify skills that we never knew that we had. So every single person has their own purpose. And for us to identify that purpose, maybe we have to go through that challenges because it might teach us something for us to grow, right?
Right. And with challenges, only then we grow because we learn when we face hardship. We learn and grow when we face difficulties and challenges. So I want to share with you, Madiha, my personal experience. Back in 2016, 18th of February, my father passed away due to heart attack. So that is one of the most lowest point in my life. I was depressed for a couple of months after my father passed away, and I was so sad. I cry every day. I didn't want to eat. And then I said to myself, God, why me? Why me? Because I was so close to my dad, so close, sangat-sangat close to my dad. And then I started to think, hey, you know what? If I keep on, being in my room, keep crying, and my dad is watching me from heaven, so he doesn't want to see his daughter crying and sitting in the room, right? So I was thinking I have to get out of it. I have to get out of that depression and come up and rise and come back up strong and say I can do this. It's tough, It's not easy, but I can do this slowly. So it took me about 1 year to recover from my dad's passing. And Alhamdulillah, now it's been 5 years since he passed away. 5 years. So I've recovered, I've healed, and I've also support other people who have gone through loss and grief. So it can be, it can be a loss of your dad or your mom or your son, your child, anybody who have experienced loss and grief, a loss of family members can. So you can support them because you understand how they feel, how they go through a loss. So for me, how I battled that depression, I keep on thinking, hey, I need to make my dad so proud of me because I know he's watching me from heaven. He's watching me from the other side. So instead of crying, I want to make him smile from the other side, from heaven. And I know that he's listening to my prayer every day. Lepas solat, after solat, he's watching me, he's listening. So for me, I turn the negativity, the negative to positive. So battling the depression from the loss, I stand up tall and get up and say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to make my dad so proud, so proud. So, you have to start back smiling. And I started smiling slowly. So it's a process, it's a healing process because it takes time. It's not easy. So once you've gone to grief and you've experienced the loss of a family member, then only you will understand the process of recovering, the process of healing. It's not easy. That's why, when you say just now, it's good to have empathy, to be a good leader, also you need an empathy. So to be a good and responsible leader in leadership, you need to have empathy as well. You need to have empathy. You need to understand, what other people are going through. Then only you will know, what they are going through.
And from there, you identified your purpose, which was that you understood what it felt like to lose someone. So then you can share your experience, how you overcame the situation with other people.
Yes, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It took me some time, and I did it. So how I recover is I practice gratitude. I have a gratitude journal. So I have a gratitude journal where I write what are the things that I am thankful for, what are the things that I'm grateful for, because I think it's really important for us as human beings to have gratitude, like little things around us. It can be, from the food we eat. We have a home, we have food, nice food on the table, we're healthy, we don't have any illness. So these are all blessings. It's all the little things that we can't take for granted because it's actually the big things. But a lot of people take it for granted. Yeah, so a lot of people think, it's okay, I don't have to take care of my health. Yeah, so they work really hard until they're stressed, and then they suffered an illness. They have to go to the hospital. So people need to also have some me time, also to relax and just chill. Instead of like working so hard and then stressing themselves because they have to take care of their mental health as well. Mental health is really important.
That's very close to me because that's exactly what happened to me. I was focusing on too many things. I was trying to do my PhD and it affected me physically in terms of health. That's when I had my nerve damage. I couldn't move my arm. And that was when I really struggled. And I thought, okay, I'm like this. What if there are other people who have even worse physical limitations than me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then I started thinking, how can we actually help people and contribute back? Because there are always people who are facing even worse struggles than you. I mean, it's not to say that your struggles aren't affecting you as much. I mean, we all get tested as much as we can take.
Yes, we have.
But in terms of other people,
each of us have different challenges in life. So I guess we just have to go through the challenge, be positive, be optimistic, and most importantly, embrace the challenges because it is the challenge that help us to grow. because we grow when it's uncomfortable. We don't grow when it's comfortable, because a lot of people sit on their comfort zone when they're too comfy, sitting in the sofa. That's their comfort zone. But if you want to achieve greatness, you want to achieve something, you have to get out from that sofa. You have to get out of that comfort zone and be uncomfortable.
Because I keep reading how the fact that people are like, oh, you've changed. Oh, what happened? You're not the same person as before. But the fact of the matter is, you're not supposed to stay the same person as before. You're supposed to learn new things. You're supposed to
Yeah.
expand, grow, move into
It's
greater heights.
constant. Yeah, change is constant. We have to evolve.
Because that's when you feel like you have a purpose. If you don't start trying to challenge yourself, then you feel bosan, I'm bored, my life is stagnant, it's redundant, I'm doing the same things over and over again, it's repetitive. Why? Because you're in your comfort zone. So how about you
Yes.
shift a bit and see if you can challenge yourself bit by bit.
Yes, and I like for the fact that you mentioned about purpose just now. Purpose, mission, and vision. So for me, my purpose in life is to fulfill my late father's wishes. So my late father, Arwaba, so I promised him, Pa, I'm going to make you so proud. I'm going to make you so proud of me. So that is my purpose that I will hold on and I will fulfill it because I promised to him. Yeah. So, and then my purpose is also to be, a humble servant of Allah, and also, to achieve my goals, and also, to help others in their mission and vision as well. And for me, I work in the education and training sector, in corporate training, so helping others, achieve their goals as well with training, with education.
That's good. I mean, for me, my purpose, it's more, on helping other people as well. I think I read somewhere where you get the most highest form of life satisfaction when you get, when you see that you've inspired someone else, when you see that you've done one or small two things that change their life. Right. So, for example, we get feedback, reviews on the PlusVibes app, and they're like, "Wow, thank you so much. I really needed to talk to someone. You don't know how pent up I've felt. I have nobody to talk to. I'm struggling through A, B, C, D. There are so many things with people losing their jobs,
Yeah. Personal
marital."
problems, other problems as well, and they need someone to talk to. They need someone to let it out, and they need someone to listen to them, and they just don't know who to reach out.
Because people tend to have the difficulty of opening up to other people because you don't know how you'll be judged. We don't want people to be judged. That's why it's anonymous. So people can chat for free and it's anonymous, and they can just say whatever they want, so that they can get the right advice, right motivation, and hopefully they'll get inspired to not give up.
That's amazing. Okay, that's a really amazing effort with the app, helping people who needed the help, who needed someone to talk to, and someone to talk to, someone to listen to them. And this is also good because it's good for, people's mental health as well.
Because I mean, there's this one story that's very touching to me, whereby this guy, he's like, "Oh, I'm actually a man. As a man, I don't feel like I should be sharing my emotions and struggles, so I don't share it with my family. But I lost my job and I have to work until 9. I have to keep on trying to put food on the table." And the way he says it is that I don't know who to talk to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm struggling, but I don't know who to talk to. And all I need is a support system. And if I have that, then you'll feel like on top of the world. It's okay. I'll work hard. I'll try to work more, get more opportunities. But you need that support. That's a key thing in terms of growing and wanting to pursue something bigger.
Yeah, the support system and the listener, that's really important. Okay, moving on to the next question. Who are the most inspiring women that you look up to in Malaysia and also internationally?
Well, honestly, I believe that in Malaysia specifically, or Asia, there aren't a lot of women that are given opportunities. So I try to look for some that inspire me in terms of their background, education, and how they moved up the ladder. Um, focusing more on mental health. The one woman that I like to view in terms of the motivation, the seminar, is actually Dr. Professor Chimuhaya. So she's very inspiring. She's also a surgeon. She does surgical procedures for the eye, but she's also a motivational speaker who uses Islamic holistic approach in healing. So when I was going through a rough time, it was comforting to hear her speak and share her opinion, because sometimes you already know what you're struggling with, but you just need to hear it from someone else who motivates you not to give up. And through her talks and motivation seminar, she focused on changing the mindset of people, especially women and the youth, in dealing with their everyday, day-to-day activities in terms of coping with stress, anxiety. So these are all the things that I went through. So I particularly like her because she acknowledges that physical and psychological difficulties, everyone has that. So as we were speaking earlier, that everyone has challenges. Some may be physical, some may be psychological. So she tries to empower them by promoting a healthy attitude in dealing with the suffering. So, yeah. Which is also to publicly share my struggles so that people can see that it's normal to have bad chapters in your life.
And it's okay. It's okay to be not okay. It's okay. Yeah.
It's that stigma that we spoke about earlier, right? The fact that people are scared to let out their emotions and segan. So the goal of PlusVibes, of me sharing my challenges, of Prof Muhaya, is to tell people that everyone goes through a rough patch.
And it's okay. It's okay to talk about it. You need to talk about it. You need to let it out, because when you let it out, you feel someone's listening. Someone's caring for you, as a human being, we're all human. We need the feeling of being cared, being loved, being understood. Yeah. And the other people understand what we're going through, because we're all human, and it's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's fine.
And sometimes it's that when we're in a certain situation, our mindset tends to be fixed. And we're thinking like, no, I can't get through this. I don't know what to do, because it tends to be capped in a certain situation where you don't know what to do because there's too much emotional pressure that is pent up. So it allows you to do anything. So when you get the input of other people, that's when you start to open your mind and you'd be like, wait a minute, yeah, I should be doing that. I should try to improve like that. I shouldn't focus too much on the negativity. I should try to do A, B, C, D, and try to improve my mood.
Yes, and find the solution to the problem.
That's the most important thing. But sometimes we know what the solution is, but we just can't change because we're thinking like, I don't want to step out of my comfort zone, right?
Yeah, we just have to change our mentality and our mindset, and we need to have support system. Yeah, a strong support system as well. Yeah, to listen and also to understand us what we're going through. Okay, and moving on to the next question. Okay, who are the most inspirational women that you admire on an international level?
Okay, while I was in Germany, so of course I look up to Angela Merkel. She's well known for being a prominent female leader globally. So in a country such as Germany, where it's predominantly male-oriented, Angela became the first German chancellor, and she's also the youngest since holding the office since World War II.
Yeah.
And she's actually considered very prominent. So what I like about her is her four principles, which is diplomacy, determination, and beauty. So those are things in. So just now, Prof. Muhaya was more on emotional, on people, handling with people, coping with stress.
Yeah.
Angela focus on leadership, on what you have to do, agile.
Yeah.
Focus on cooperation, and the fact that you need to work with other people and not see it as a competition. So she opens doors, nation building, and all these kind of things. So it's for me, it's the way she runs the country, the way her mindset is in terms of leadership. So it's about growing together and developing a better world for all of us. So that's one thing that I like about her.
Wow, I admire her as well. And I think she is one of the most prominent women leaders in the world. Yeah, She's amazing. And I think with her strong leadership and also the direction that she has, and you mentioned about just now leadership, and what's the other one?
Cooperation. So in terms of
Cooperation. Yeah, partnership and collaboration.
Exactly. So one aspect of that is that she actually opened the doors to like asylum seekers, 1 million of them, and refugees. So she focuses on equality within society and gender equality. So it's not closing your doors and limiting opportunities. It's more about working together and building a better society for everyone.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes.
There's two different types of people.
Yeah, and you can tell that she definitely leads the country with empathy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and we've come to the last question of the show. What is your advice to the younger generation, to the Gen Z, millennials?
Okay, my advice to them is to actually not be afraid to put your mind to anything and to do anything. I think for the young generation, it's about taking risk. So we're all afraid to take risks because
Yes.
it's not something that you're used to, right? So jumping into a business, jumping into a new job, that a different industry. So my point is that don't be intimidated by people because everyone has their own journey and it's different.
Yep.
What is important is for you to have the right attitude and the mindset, like we
Yes,
spoke
the
earlier.
mindset. You need to have the growth mindset.
If you don't know how to achieve something, then do research. Always be curious, strive to learn. Don't have a fixed mindset saying that. I think I hear a lot of this, people saying that, oh, I don't know how to do something. Nobody taught me. I'm not born with talents, or that life is unfair. Please don't have.
Yeah, and you always hear people saying that, tak apalah, lain kali lah, susah lah nak buat ni, oh tak apalah. So, we cannot have that tak apalah attitude. We need to change that. We need to change to, like you said, you need to be curious. You need to take risks. You need to get out of your comfort zone. You kena keluar daripada zone selesa you. You kena keluar daripada zone selesa. Bila you keluar daripada zone selesa, you akan capai apa yang you nak bila you keluar daripada zone selesa tu. So people are not willing to be uncomfortable. That's why. So they have this mentality of tak apalah saya nak buat assignment tu kejap lagi lah. Tak apalah, tak payahlah buat dulu. And then tak apalah, buat apa kita nak belajar benda ni, buang masa je. So we have to change that mindset from thinking that belajar benda ni buang masa lah. Tak perlu pun belajar benda tu. Instead of saying tak apalah, saying that okay, benda ni susah nak belajar. Tapi aku rasa aku nak belajar benda ni sebab aku nak ada kemahiran. Nak ada skill. Ada kebolehan supaya senang kalau kita nak cari kerja, kita boleh letak qualification tu dalam CV, dalam resume.
To achieve things in life, you have to yourself with a growth mindset because it puts you in a continuous state of self-improvement. So you become unafraid to reach your dreams, your potential, or anything. So I want to point out that I wasn't born. I struggled so much when I was young. I was a slow learner, but because of my attitude, the fact that I chose a growth mindset, if I didn't know something, then I would research. If I knew something, I would seek knowledge, research, be curious, be into
someone, get a mentor. Sign up for training classes. There are training courses, workshop. My company has training courses and workshop. Be curious to learn. And it's okay because if you think that, oh, I'm 40 years old, it's too late for me. Nobody is too late because age is just a number. All is in the mind. It's all in the mind. You can be in your 40s. You can be in your 50s. Learning is a journey. Learning is a process. And it's okay. Don't think that in your mind saying that, dah terlambat, aku dah tua dah terlambat nak belajar benda ni. Instead, you say to yourself, okay, aku rasa dengan usia aku sekarang ni, boleh lagi aku buat benda ni. Rasanya nak sign up lah untuk course ni. That is a positive, that is a growth mindset. Because you know that, it's not your age stopping you, it's your mind. You have to tell your mind that, saya boleh buat. Saya boleh buat. Instead of saying, saya tak boleh buat sebab faktor usia. No such thing as fakta usia. You can be 50, you can be 74, you can be 95. You can be the same age as Tun Mahathir and reading and learning every day. So age is just a number. It's all in the mind because people tend to procrastinate, right, Madiha? Like people procrastinate saying, I study for this later lah, tak apalah. So they just sweep it under the carpet. It's important to have that mindset where you are curious to learn and improve yourself, because then by learning, then only you boleh maju ke depan. You tak boleh maju ke depan kalau you ada mindset yang aku malas lah nak belajar. Tak apalah, main game je lah. Tengok Facebook, tengok TV. So you won't learn anything. You will learn something if you are willing to risk it. Like you said just now, risk taker. You're willing to be uncomfortable because you know that it's going to be a beautiful journey afterwards. You have to struggle. You have to struggle for a while, not forever, for a while. Struggle a bit lah, bersusah-susah dahulu, bersenang-senang kemudian. So after that struggle, you know that you are going to get the certification and the certificate that's going to help you to get a better job. Yeah, and it will look nice on your resume, and the training certificate will look nice on your resume and also help you to get a better job and a better career opportunity, because hiring managers and HR, when they look at your CV, they look for extracurricular activities and also your side activities that you do apart from your job. They look at your training, you know, what you've learned, and training courses. So that is the area where HR and hiring managers look for a candidate.
I think the difference between us all is our effort and initiative to learn. By taking up your training, then it shows that someone wants to improve themselves. They want to seek new skills, improve themselves in terms of their capabilities. So the difference between us all is our effort and initiative to learn. If you have a growth mindset, then you can start improving yourself. Then you can start focusing on identifying your weaknesses and then building on them so that you can grow and that you can have more opportunities, right? So you have to believe that everything is possible if you don't give up.
Exactly. Keep going. So my motto is also carpe diem, you know, seize the day, carpe diem, don't give up, keep on going, keep moving, no matter what happened to you, no matter what happens, keep moving, keep growing, and keep moving. Okay, Maddie, before we go, do you have anything else that you would like to share with our viewers?
I really hope that during this challenging time, people will try to download PlusVibes. You can find it on the App Store and the Google Play Store. PlusVibes support and motivate. If you're going through a tough time, you need someone to talk to, or if you're just looking for inspiration, motivational articles, videos, relaxation activities, it's all on the app. So try downloading PlusVibes. Hopefully it will help you.
Available on Google Store and Apple. Okay, and let's say if there are people who want to get in touch with you, to contact you personally, where can they reach out to you? On LinkedIn, on Facebook, on your Instagram? How can they connect with you socially online?
Well, the best is which is www.plusvibes.com. If you're looking for me personally, then my LinkedIn is Madiha Fuad. My IG is Maddie FD. That's about it. So I hope you'll get in touch.
Okay, thank you so much, Madiha, for being a guest in my show today. And I hope for those of you who are watching this, I hope you are inspired and also motivated by Madiha's sharing just now. And if you want to connect with her online, you can add her on Facebook, Instagram, and also LinkedIn. Till then, stay safe, take care, bye.